Hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey. Yeah, I got up this morning and I was so hungry. I fixed some leftover barbecue chicken and some scrambled eggs with spinach and cheese. Yeah, I know I like to try to get in a little bit of green in the morning. Try. If not greens, then some fruit. But anywho, oh, amen. But anyway, I just wanted to check in. I wanted to pop up. I tell y'all all the time, if I pop up, don't hesitate to pop in. Let me see how these eggs taste. I did some scrambled eggs with spinach, cheese, a little bit of garlic salt. And that was it because the sodium in the garlic salt, I didn't want it to I didn't want to add any more salt to what was already there. So, tastes pretty good. But yeah, I wanted to pop up because I just wanted to see what was going on with everybody. I woke up to Diddy done been arrested. And then I don't know what I was doing the other day, but I didn't even know there was another attempt on Trump. What's going on? What is going on in the world today? I'm just saddened by the state of the world today. Um, and I'm not just saying from the inside looking out. It's happening in my circle also. So I'm not the type that's gonna play perfect and act like my household is so perfect and oh, you need to do it this way, you should do it that way. Nobody is perfect. No child is perfect. No parent is perfect. Nobody is perfect. Matter of fact, April Showers was just talking about that on her live yesterday. And she was correct. I really enjoyed listening in on her live yesterday. Nobody's perfect. So if anybody try to tell you, you doing this wrong, you doing that wrong, you should do it this way, you should do it that way. Like my mom used to always tell me, look at the source. Do I think Kamala will win? I don't know. I don't even know. I stopped following it a while ago. I still listen from time to time on what their different views are on different things, but to be quite honest, I just kind of backed away from it because both of them have some views that I do agree with, and both of them have some things that I disagree with. So I don't know what's going to happen. If she's elected, then I'm thinking like what's going to happen to her. If he's elected, I'm thinking what's going to happen to him because they've already tried. Um, well, I don't know if that was an attempt or a stage or whatever, but whatever. You think she seems like that type? I haven't thought about that. Like I said, I haven't really given it too much thought. I've been going through too much in my own little personal world. And I'm thinking to myself, whoever is elected, they're gonna do what they want to do anyway. They always tell us all this stuff before they get elected. Then when they get elected, they don't do what they said they was gonna do, or they don't get the backing from Congress when they try to do something. So I really just lost touch with everything. Keep me up on it. If you see anything 3 times, I thought it was just twice. Oh my goodness, 3 times? I do like the fact that Trump is a businessman. I do like that. Kamala is very educated and she's very well spoken. But I do like the fact that Trump is a businessman. So he's looking at things from a business aspect as far as the people of his country. So I'm just kind of stuck. I don't know. If you have any, if y'all out there feel like it's some points that I need to know, let me know. You're from Canada and you're following the race? That's what's up. That's what's up. It's good to be aware of all what's going on. Good morning, Jared Talks. Jared Talks does lives, y'all. And do you do content? Yeah, I'm just lost. I don't know. Y'all give me a thumbs up if you can. And if y'all want to talk to each other in the chat, that's good as well. But I really want to know if y'all know anything that y'all feel like I need to know from each candidate or whoever, whatever side. Let me know, because sometimes I'm missing what's really going on. Like I said, I didn't even know there had been another attempt on Trump until my mom came home from work and said something. And what else? I didn't know Diddy had been arrested. What am I even doing? I'm eating. Comiendo. ¿Y tú? What are you doing today? What are you doing this morning? I'm eating and chatting it up because I feel like I just done lost touch with what's going on in the world. I didn't know so much was going on. Happy birthday, Jared. You had a good birthday yesterday. That's good. Jared Talks had a birthday yesterday. Y'all go on over, and the best way you can wish somebody a happy birthday is by supporting them. Go over and click on, I don't know if you have some shorts or not, but go on over and check out a few of his videos, and that will help him celebrate his birthday. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. You going through the shorts and the lives that YouTube recommend? I do that sometimes, like early in the morning when I first get up. Yeah, I'm one of those people. I sit and I go through the shorts, and I go through my subscriber shorts, and I just go through and I hit like on everybody who I'm subscribed to. I watch their content first. I don't care if they don't watch me. I don't care if they never comment on my channel. I don't care about that. To each his own, though. Me personally, if I subscribe to you, I obviously saw something I like. So I just keep watching your stuff. Yeah, y'all go over to Jared Talks and watch some of his shorts and give him a thumbs up. That'll help him celebrate his birthday. Yeah, what else is going on in the world? What did Diddy get arrested for? What did he get arrested for? I know he was getting sued, but did someone actually press charges on him, or did somebody sue him again? Like, what's going on? Or did something else happen? And with this whole Kamala and Trump thing, do y'all think Kamala would win? And if so, do you think anybody would attempt her? I don't want to say the actual words because YouTube might, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But do you think somebody would try that if she wins? Like I said, I'm not pro one side or the other. I'm for what's right and what's wrong. And like I said, I see a little bit of right in both of them, and I see a little bit of wrong in both of them. So if y'all see anything that y'all think I need to know, y'all know I'm going through, I'm about to receive a bone marrow transplant. So one of my things is I haven't heard any of them talk about healthcare. I haven't heard any of them talk about healthcare. And that's big for me. Another topic that's big for me is I would like to see something put in place for people who are mentally unstable to the point where they may hurt themselves or somebody else. I feel like we need to take a look back at institutions again and just go about it a different way. I haven't heard anybody talk about that. I haven't heard anybody talk about the education program, not the violence that's in education, but why are our kids so behind when it comes to testing and things of that nature. I'm not big on testing, but if I'm sending my child to school every day and I'm working with them at home and I see that they're still not grasping it until I work with them, that's an issue. I want to know why, when things were going, like, I know when I was in school, we had to do certain things. We had to exercise in the morning. We had to go outside in the morning for at least a few minutes. We had to say the pledge. We had to have a word for the day for the entire school. The principal would get on the intercom and say the word for the day, the definition, how to spell it. And we will have to learn how to communicate in a certain way. A lot of people don't know I'm a country girl. I talk real country. However, when you're in a good school system, that doesn't fly. You can't just say I'm country. I was in a school where they would really concentrate on you pronouncing your words, and learning how to conduct yourself in certain settings. And I don't think they do that anymore. And I will say they took a lot of power from the parents also, because now it's like they want you to discipline your child, but they don't want you to discipline your child. How is that possible? How is that possible? Now they're telling the kids, oh, that they don't have to listen to their parents. That's in the Bible. I hate to say that, but it's in the Bible. There will one day be wars and rumors of wars. You think the war was just going to be continent versus continent or country versus country? No. Wars and rumors of wars, that means the wars can be anywhere, including in your household. So having wars with the children going against the parents. You're teaching the children that they don't have to obey their parents. You're teaching the parents that it's okay to just work all day and all night because you got to put food on the table. No, I think there should be a healthy balance in there somewhere. So I haven't seen anybody talk about the education system. I think they kind of glanced over the whole school violence thing. But I want to know why certain schools have metal detectors and some schools don't. My kids' school have metal detectors. They have to get their bags searched even though their bags are clear. So why is it that their school have metal detectors and they have the police that's always there checking? Metro Sonic, hey! I like watching Metro Sonic. He's a pretty cool guy. He's kind of laid back. He reminds me of my oldest son. Y'all go check out Metro Sonic. He's up on all the old school games. I used to be a Nintendo girl myself, Metro Sonic. So sometimes when you post things, it's like I get excited. Because I used to be a Sega Genesis girl and a Nintendo girl. It's good seeing you too. It's good seeing you too. Again, Metro Sonic. One day you posted, I think you said it was your dad's old game. And it really gave me, I don't know, it was like a sense of nostalgia or something, because I was that girl that used to sit at the TV and play that same game, and I used to have to blow the cartridge and keep putting it in for it to like play good, because it'll mess up, it'll glitch sometimes, and you would have to take the cartridge out and blow it and then pop it back in. You took me back with that one. That's a classic. That's a classic. Metro Sonic, we on here just talking about, the world today, what's going on in the world today. The Super Nintendo, that was it. You had it all laid out too. You had the cartridges and everything. I was like, oh my. And it really made my heart feel good because it, like I said, it gave me a sense of nostalgia. It gave me like a sense of, oh, I remember that. It made me feel good that other people were out there doing the same thing I was doing, pretty much playing the same games I was playing, and weren't weird. I thought I was kind of weird, and then it's like I learned later on in life that some people just didn't admit to playing certain games or whatever, but I would admit to playing my games. Lots of memories. I used to pull the dining room chair up to the TV in the living room, and I would be so close, and I would be playing Duck Hunt, Super Mario Brothers. I mean, all of it. And then with the Sega Genesis, we would be playing Sonic the Hedgehog. We would be playing Donkey Kong. Oh, one of my favorite games was Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat was one of my favorite games. Oh, you get. I used to love Mortal Kombat, but I really love Sonic because it was fast. Dun, 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 dun. I used to love just games, period. But we couldn't sit on the game all day, all night. It was just not a go. But see, back then, you could tell your kids to do something, and they had to do it. Now, you don't know who your children been hanging around. They feel like they don't have to listen. You played the games with your dad and older cousins. Oh, cousins are the best because cousins, you can compete with them, you can argue with them, and it's like it was a no judgment zone. They might joan a little bit. We would joan a little bit, but playing with cousins is the best. You know you're a gamer. Yeah, playing with my cousins was the best because we would actually fight sometimes, argue, joan each other. But then the very next day we might be like back playing again or playing basketball or doing something else or sitting at the piano playing. I was just talking to my dad about that yesterday. How me and the cousins used to sit at the piano at my grandmama's house and just the first song, doom, 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 doom. Everybody in the house knew how to play that little Lean on Me. And then we went from that to learning the songs that we would hear on the radio and trying to play it on the piano. I loved hanging out with my cousins. Because you're the younger. Aw. I'm the youngest, kind of, sort of. It depends on what cousins I hang around. So, on my dad's side of the family, I'm considered one, like the youngest in a certain group. But my mom's side, I'm not the youngest cousin. I was always the outcast. Like, if they had birthday parties or something like that, I wasn't really invited. If they had sleepovers, I wasn't invited. I was like the lame. I like basketball too. Yeah, I like playing sports when it's fun. I don't like playing with people who get too serious. Because it kind of take the fun out of it. It's okay to do a little roughhousing and a little, a little joning here and there, but when they start getting too into it to the point where they like want to fight over it and cussing and all that, then yeah, you kind of lose me then. But I was more of a riding my bike type of person. I used to ride the bike all around the neighborhood. Just no particular place to go, just like to ride my bike all around the neighborhood. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here really quick. Yeah, we got a whole lot in common. That's why I really like your channel. Like when you post certain things, I'm like, I get it. I get it. I get it. I knew I was gonna like your channel when one day you went walking to I think the skate park, and you was just having a regular old chit chat, and I like stuff like that because I feel like I really get to know somebody when they just chit chatting. When they just like April Showers yesterday when I was watching her live, She was just sitting outside just talking, and I feel like I got to know her a little bit better. Usually I just go through her shorts and watch her shorts, and I just click the likes. Sometimes I leave a comment, sometimes not, because I felt like I was still trying to get to know her better. But I was always clicking like on her shorts. And when I saw she was live and she was just sitting outside, I said, let me see what she's talking about. I love to hear people talk, especially intelligent people. Yeah, when people are being too when people are being too serious and competitive, it kind of makes me like, this is not fun anymore. This is not fun anymore. But when I saw you walking to the skate park and you even ran into like an old friend of yours out there, I felt like I felt like I got to know you a little bit better. And I was like, you know what? This guy's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. I could see myself like really having good conversation with you because you seem like you're down to earth and you're not judgmental, and you also seem very intelligent. I like speaking with people who really have something to talk about. You love riding your bike. I I haven't rode a bike in about 2 years now, and I'm a little ashamed of that because I used to ride my bike all the time. So that's crazy. So earlier we was talking about the whole election thing. I don't really get into politics like that, but and I'm not saying I don't get into politics because I don't speak about politics on my channel. I'm saying I don't really get into it like that because right now I don't know what each party stands for. So I'm not going to put myself out there and try to speak heavy on one thing and I don't know the full thing. You get what I'm saying? Yes, it's very good to get to know each other. When I listen to someone talk, it makes me feel like I'm a little bit more connected. Like I could see where they're coming from now. I try to get into whatever conversation they're having, and I try to see things from whatever point they're coming from. And I never try to push my ideas on anybody because I actually think you learn more when you listen more. My grandmama used to say, you got 2 eyes and 2 ears. That's so you can observe more than you talk. And you got one mouth. So you're supposed to be observing more than you talk. And when I was younger, I was like, oh my God. When I was younger, every time someone spoke wisdom to me, I would be sitting there like, what? And then when I got older, I find myself saying it like, you got 2 ears, 2 eyes, and one mouth. Hey, Sandra D. We on here just chit-chatting and just talking about the world today. Excuse me. The world today that we live in. Oh my goodness. Let's talk about these comments on YouTube. Y'all, sometimes I go into my studio and I read some of the comments and I'm like, what is this world coming to? Like, if you don't like somebody, and Sandra D, I'm saying this because I saw one of your videos where you spoke on this. So I want to give you full props. I'm not the type where I see something and try to act like I thought of it myself. Sandra D does a lot of shorts. And she does some lives too. And she has like porch chit chat, porch talk. And you really get to know her really well like that too. Yeah, I used to talk politics, but now I'm confused. I don't know who stands for what, or if they're just blumbering just to be talking. Like, what do you stand for? What do you want to do for the country? Like, let me know that. But Sandra D, you spoke on this not too long ago. The world we live in today is so hateful that people will literally watch your whole video just to say something mean. just to like leave nasty comments or call you names or whatever. And I'm just wondering, like, where has where has the world gone? Like, it's just sad to see. It's sad to see because I've noticed it even offline. I've noticed that some people are just rude for no reason. Um, I went to Crystal's one day and I was looking in there. You know how they're in there making the burgers and stuff. So sometimes you're looking at them making the burgers, and the guy just stopped what he's doing and came over to the window and was like, so it was like, but that's what Crystal used to be all about. People can see you making the burgers. Like now you can't even watch them make the burgers because they want to fight you or something. Like that's why I stay to myself too, Sandra D. I told my nurse one day, not my nurse, my coordinator. She was telling me like to get a friend or somebody to sign one of the papers, and I was telling her I'm a bit of a loner. I don't have a lot of friends because I see how the world is, so I just kind of stick to myself. That way can't nobody say I did anything, I said anything. I stay to myself. And I've also learned that when you do speak up for yourself or when you do say something, the world is so full of self-indulging people and selfish people that they will feel like the moment you say something that you're the bad person, you're the villain. You could have gone for years letting people run all over you, treat you bad, use your stuff, steal your stuff. The one moment when you say not today, you'll be the bad guy. You'll be the bad guy. So I learned a while ago to stay to myself. I had a friend that I taught to drive, and as soon as somebody else asked her who taught her how to drive, she said her husband. Your husband bought you the car, but I'm the one that said, hey, get the keys, let's get in this car and let's drive around this neighborhood because this is your independence. I tell everybody that this is your independence, let's do this. And she didn't want anybody to know that I took up that time with her to learn how to drive. And I was boosting her up like, you got this, girl. Prank Couple Cooking Series. Hey, I gotta take a drink because Prank Couple Cooking Series is in the room. Yeah, I love life better now that I stay to myself more. I have learned that people like me are not welcomed in a world like this because I always try to do the right thing. I always try to be positive. I always try to like encourage people. Yes, Prank Couple Cooking Series, they have a whole schedule. They're always doing something all week, except for the weekends. They have the weekends off. And some days I can catch them live and some days I can't. But I know in my heart of hearts that they know I love them. Okay? Prank Couple Cooking Series, I love y'all to the very end. We are on here just talking about the world today. And I was just saying how I feel like the world has gone so mad that you can't even be nice to people. You can't even do what you normally used to be able to do because people are so angry, and it's a spirit roaming the earth right now that is so heavy and dark that I can't even explain it. It used to be a time where you can go in Krispy Kreme and you could watch them making the donuts. You could watch the donuts go down the belt, and you can you can look at the different varieties of donuts they have, and you could take your time and say, oh, I want to try this one today, or I want to try that one today. Hey, Odom's Homestead, I was just watching your shorts this morning. I was catching up on your shorts, and I was just going through, and the post you posted this morning about 4 years ago, you touched me. You touched me. God has you here for a reason. You hear me? God does not play with his children. When it's time, it's time. But if God needs you here for something and you have not completed your mission, woo, y'all need to go back and look at Odom's Homestead's posts. Okay? Look at his post. Metro Sunday said this is why he cannot accept everything. Oh my goodness, you are absolutely right. We have to let things go and give it to God. You are absolutely right. Like I was saying about Krispy Kreme, you go in Krispy Kreme now, it used to be a fun event. It used to be a family type of deal where you can go in Krispy Kreme and say, "Ooh, I want to try this one." The people be so nasty in there now. Like, they want you to hurry up and make up your mind what you want or whatever. And you're looking like, I just walked up to the counter. Like, I want to see what new donuts y'all have or what new designs y'all have. Now you just be so, you feel so rushed and so bombarded that you just be like, I'll just take the glaze. Like, why are people so mean-hearted now? Just like Varsity, where I live, we have a place called Varsity. It used to be the talk of the town because when you come in, they yelling at you at the door like, "What do you have? What do you have?" And it was just a fun moment where you can come in and you know they're gonna scream that like, "What do you have?" And they had all these funny names for different hot dogs you can get and everything. But now you can go into Varsity, and now sometimes the people in there are just like they didn't want to come to work today. You got people in there who are other customers that are looking at you like, what you doing here? I can't get the vibe of the world today because I am a people person. I love people. And like I said, I love conversations. I love listening to other people talk. So it's just a little rough for me knowing that the world we live in now is so nasty, mean, rude, cruel. I seen some young boys like talking real loud and cussing and stuff, and I'm looking to the side like it was an older lady in there, and I'm like, it used to be a time where guys would be like, "Excuse me, miss," or either they'll tell their friends like, "Hey, you see that lady right there? You see, respect the elder, respect the elder." That used to be a thing when I was growing up. They used to actually say, "Respect the elder, respect the elder." Now, now people be like, you know, screw this, screw that. You know, they talking loud and everything. But the fact that some people are rude to people who's not even asking for it, I've seen some videos where people are doing simple things like just cleaning. Yes, Praying Couple Cooking Series says so true, sis. No respect anymore. That's what's missing. That's the word that I was looking for, is respect. There is no respect anymore. Anymore. It is tossed out the window. I was just saying earlier in the video that now you can't even really get your kids to respect you because they have other people in the school system or other adults telling them that they don't have to respect you. I had my 8-year-old in the store with me one day, and he kept grabbing the bags out of the produce section. And I told him, I said, "Stop grabbing the bag. You only need one. That's it." It was another lady walked up and told him, "You all right, baby? Get some more. Get some more." Ma'am, I'm his mom, and I'm trying to get him to understand that when mama says no, that means no. So it's hard to discipline your child now because now you have other adults coming in telling your child that it's okay to do the opposite of what your mom just said or what your dad just said. When I was growing up, that was not a thing. You better not be down the street cutting up. And yeah, I said cutting up. I told y'all I'm a country girl. You better not be down yonder cutting up. Because if word get back to your parents, I don't care who it was. I don't care if it was Susie Q down the street. You respect these adults on this street. Period. If I had a neighbor that knew that my mom didn't allow me to be outside at a certain time of night, that neighbor didn't see me outside and say, "Oh, it's all right, girl. Stay out here, girl, because that's the way of the world now." No, my neighbor would tell me, "You know your mama ain't gonna have you out here this time of night. Get your tail in the house." Because it used to get a little dark sometimes during the fall. It'd get dark early. So my mom used to work at the bank. So sometimes she didn't come home till about 6:30, so it'll start getting dark. My neighbors knew that my mom was not about that me being outside when them street lights come on. I'm supposed to be in the house. When she pull up in that driveway, I better be in the house and have my homework done, and I better be like chilling. All that jumping all around the house and cutting up and tearing up the house and all that, that was no. And I'm glad I was raised like that. If the neighbors saw me doing something that they knew my parents was against, they did not egg me on and tell me it was good or um, help me to disobey my parents. Yes, God is keeping Metro Sonic. You on it today? Yes, Sandra D said true Metro. Yes, Metro Sonic is on it today. But I know I'm a country girl, and sometimes I have to hold back with what I really want to say because I don't want people to think I'm too country. But I grew up in a school system where they taught us how to control that, like pull that back a little bit. But sometimes if I get passionate about something, you're gonna hear my countryside come out. Cause it was just certain things we couldn't be cutting up and just tearing up the house. It just didn't go down like that. And I had a form of respect. After I got a little older, I started to realize that's what they was putting into me. That's what they were instilling in me. That's what they were trying to teach me. And if I ever hurt my parents, I am sorry. I am so sorry. Yes, those were loving and concerned neighbors. Back then, you had neighbors that would look out. And if they see your kids cutting up, they going to say something. Or if they see your kids doing something that could be dangerous, they going to say something. Nowadays, the other adults are helping the children cut up. You got other adults that would throw a party for the children and serve them alcohol. In my day, if you got a little swig of alcohol, it's because you snuck it. And when you snuck it, guess what? The parents were so alert and so vigilant that they could tell you was off. They could tell you done got into something. Go get your tail in there. You done sipped on one of them cups. You gonna learn you don't sip on everybody's cup. You don't know what's in there. You got caught. You got a lecture. You probably got a spanking. You probably got I ain't gonna say spanking. You probably got a whooping with a switch. And you had to go out there and get your switch. And if you got a little, like, scrawny little switch, oh, that's worse. But it taught you something. It taught you not to do it no more. Just like now, it's a new thing where they telling these teenagers to watch their cup if they go into a club or something. We knew that at a young age. We knew that if the grown folks had a party and they had cups all around, we knew at a young age, you don't pick up nobody's cup. And if you put your cup down, don't drink it no more. Because you don't even know if that's your cup. But we had a thing about people drinking off of our cup. That's what our thing was. Oh, yes, they will go out to that switch bush themselves. Metro Study said communication builds a relationship with growth, showing love and respect, and having trust. Yes. Yes. But if you don't if you don't respect and trust your parents, that says a lot about you. And people be like, but the parent got to respect the child. The child is still growing mentally. So yes, the parent is going to respect the child, but the parent is also going to try to guide the child. So it goes both ways, but at the same time, the parent still has to be the parent. It's not an even playing field when the parent has living experiences. It's not an even playing field if the teachers at the school are getting into your child's head and telling them one thing and then want to know why when something happened at the school, your child couldn't contact you or something. Just crazy stuff. But it's like it has to be a sense of authority. My daddy was an authority figure. He would tell us all the time. He never told us about respecting him. That's what I just noticed. Um okay, I'm reading y'all comments. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Cuz I don't feel it. Thank you. Yep. Because when you're going through treatment, you don't feel beautiful at all. I'm just going to say that. You don't feel yourself. You feel like you're losing everything that is of you. You feel like you're losing your essence. You feel like you're losing people around you. I've seen people's true colors since I started treatment, but that's another video. Oh, that's what I was saying. My dad was the type where he was so set on respecting our mom that I never once remember him saying anything about respecting him. Thank you. My daddy never said, you gotta respect me. He used to always say, respect your mama. He said, I better not leave this house and find out you not respecting your mama. And he used to always say, you got one mama. You only got one. And when he said it, it hit me because I was a teenager that was like, oh, but she getting on my nerves. She always want me to do this. She always want me to do that. When he made the comment and said, you only got one mama. And she's always been there for you. He said, if you get sick, she's concerned. She wanted y'all to learn at an early age things that y'all needed to know. You only got one mama. And that was all he had to say to me. Once he said that, that's when it hit. That's when it hit. Oh, Sandra D, when you get sick, you lose a lot of people. I've had people take from me while I was sick. Didn't care. Treat me like I was already gone. I've had people fight me physically while I was sick. I've had people talk bad about me. I've had people already planning what they were going to do when I pass. It's hurtful. It's hurtful. I've had people that I've helped not even help me. I've had people want to be nosy and see what's going on with me, but they really didn't want to be around me. I've had people who I've sat by their side when they was in the hospital, not even once come see me. Not even once pick up the phone to call me. I've been through a lot. And I think that's why sometimes when I see YouTube getting a little blurry, and I see people showing some certain colors, it's disheartening to me because I use YouTube as an outlet. But I've been through a lot, y'all. Since I've been diagnosed, I've been through a lot. My current situation will be talked about in another video, but people don't understand that when you're going through cancer, you lean on the people that you really love. You really reach out to the people that you really love, even if it's just a phone call. That's why I hope and pray I'm not touching any buttons when I say this, but the Praying Couple Cooking Series. But I have to say it because I can relate so much. That's why when I would see Blonde Diva pop up into those lives, I knew. I don't want to cry. I knew from a personal standpoint, that means she really loved y'all. Because when you're going through, you try to reach the people that you really, really love, no matter what. Even on your bad days. You try to at least call them or something. Sometimes I've had days where I could barely breathe. But I would call my mama, tell her, put the phone on speaker. And I would call my sons, my twins, my oldest sons. And I want to see them so bad. But when you get the diagnosis of cancer and you still have a mama here, you call out for your mama. It's nothing like a mama's prayers. I don't want to cry, y'all, so I'm going to stop it here, but I love y'all. And I just really wanted to get on because I was a little bored. But Blind Diva's story was personal for me. And I love y'all. But I'm going to stop. So I'll see y'all in another video. Until next time. Gracias por ver.